Week in Review, episode 203. This is where we go over Raw and Smackdown in a WWE action figure setup style. Raw was absolutely banging this week, of course, from Boston, Massachusetts, John Cena's hometown. Well, if you're getting technical, John Cena's hometown is West Newbury, Massachusetts, but Boston, close enough. Let's jump into Monday Night Raw, and then about halfway through the video, we're going to jump into Smackdown, so let's do this. We opened up the show with Kevin Owens. He went one-on-one with Solo Sikoa. What a way to open Raw. An awesome matchup. This match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Action-packed up until the end. Kevin Owens hit a wicked swanton bomb off the top rope. Looks like he was about to pin Solo Sikoa for the first time since Solo Sikoa's debut here on the main roster. And here comes Jimmy Uso. Breaks up the pinfall. The bell rings. Kevin Owens technically wins, but he wasn't able to pin Solo Sikoa, so it's basically nothing. And then they just start double-teaming Kevin Owens. They bring him over the announce desk. It looks like they're about to put him through the announce table. But then, here comes Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes out of the crowd, helps Kevin Owens yet again fight off Solo Sikoa, fight off Jimmy Uso, and then he extends the olive branch to Kevin Owens, just like this, and Kevin Owens denies it. He gets out of the ring again, and you gotta understand where Kevin's coming from. He had to fight off Sami Zayn and the Bloodline for months at War Games, which this arena that Monday Night Raw was in this night was actually where War Games was last year. So Kevin Owens brought that up and how War Games was so painful for him and all that. So I can understand where Kevin's coming from, but he's definitely gonna have to come around, especially after what happened at the end of this show, which I will talk about. Bianca Belair went one-on-one with Carmella. This was honestly an easy dub for Bianca Belair. She hit the KOD to pick up the victory, and then Chelsea Green was on ringside. Chelsea Green runs in, does a little sneak attack on Bianca Belair, takes her down. It's starting to become a double team, and then here comes Asuka, Bianca Belair's WrestleMania opponent. Asuka runs down to sort of help out Bianca Belair since she doesn't get beat up, I guess, and then Asuka sprays the blue mist into the face of Chelsea Green to basically just scare him away, so I guess they don't injure Bianca for her match. I don't really know why Asuka would help them, you know, save her WrestleMania opponent. I don't find that smart. If there was somebody beating up on my WrestleMania opponent, I'd be like, I ain't helping them. Beat them up, man. But yeah, this was okay. It was technically an episode of Miz TV, but not really. Miz was the regulator for the promo between Logan Paul and Seth freaking Rollins. Of course, last week, Seth Rollins called Logan Paul on the phone of the Miz, and he called him out. He's like, come to Monday Night Raw, and he did. They had a pretty banging promo, and this crowd hated Logan Paul, dude. This crowd was great, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Seth Rollins was working the crowd so well, turning them on Logan Paul, and it was just so dang good. The Miz was like, okay, how about we make this a WrestleMania match? And then Seth Rollins was wait, you can make a match? And Miz is like, as the host, of course I can make a match. So he's like, go do it. And then he sent him over the top rope. Bye-bye, Miz. And then it broke down between Logan Paul and Seth Rollins, and then it ended with Logan Paul delivering a massive right hand to the face of Seth Rollins, knocking out Seth Rollins, which was crazy. And then Miz eventually actually did make the match. So this match is set for WrestleMania, and I'm excited for it. But Seth Rollins getting knocked out like that by Logan Paul, oh, man. I'm not going to lie, that was cool. I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul, but that was cool, dude. I'm excited for this match. It's definitely going to be banging, bro. No doubt. Oh, you guys know how I feel about this. Dolph Ziggler, Omos, one-on-one. Of course, Mustafa Ali got Dolph Ziggler this match intentionally backstage before the show, and Dolph was like, oh, really? Mustafa Ali was on the ringside area in the crowd chanting for Dolph Ziggler. I just don't like Mustafa Ali overall, especially after what he's doing to my boy Dolph. So Omos squashes Dolph Ziggler in a matter of like a minute and a half, slams him with a big powerbomb just like this, and wins the match. Dolph Ziggler needs better. Get him away from Ali, dude, and get him in a title picture. A mid-card title, United States, something. I don't know. Use Dolph Ziggler while you have him, man. Seriously, because, like, this man is not being utilized. And we're only going to hear his theme song for so much longer. For real. Lame. I was not into it whatsoever. Over here is Nikki Cross going one-on-one with Dewdrop. This was basically just a match. Dewdrop did sort of like a sidewalk slam maneuver to Nikki Cross to pick up the victory. It was sort of botched, too, because he sort of let go of her a little too early. But, yeah, she was able to pin Nikki Cross 1, 2, 3 with ease. No sign of Candice LeRae. I found that kind of odd. I was like, wait, is Candice LeRae going to come help Nikki? Or I was like, what the heck's going on? So that was kind of weird. I didn't really like this. Moving over here, it was John Cena returning in, well, like I said at the beginning of the video, Boston, Massachusetts. Literally before Cena could get one word out, Austin Theory interrupts, and I'm like, let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, dude. We're going to have a promo between Theory and Cena, and this was so good, man. I loved it. Any promo with Cena in it, you guys already know I'm going to love it. Austin Theory, oddly, gave a match to John Cena. He proposed a match to him. He's like, how about me and you? And yes, this is Austin Theory talking. Theory's like, okay, Cena, how about me and you at WrestleMania for my United States Championship? You're welcome. What do you think? And John Cena says, no, because he thought that Theory was not ready. He thought that Theory would lose at Mania. He just felt bad for Theory. He's like, I can't squash you like that. But then he's like, I got to ask my fans. I got to ask the fans, the people that have gotten me through this 20 years here in the WWE. And then he asked them, and of course the fans were like, yes, yes, yes. So then Cena was like, looks like you got your match. And then he sort of just yeeted out of there. I was like, oh my gosh, so we're going to get Cena versus Theory for the United States Championship like I've been saying since last year. Let's go, baby. I absolutely loved this promo. It was absolutely amazing. Moving over here, Baron Corbin was put on the task by the Maximum Male model Maxine Dupree to take out Chad Gable in a one-on-one match, but he was not able to do it. Chad Gable was able to lock in the leg bar and tap out Baron Corbin with ease, and then Otis was also there supporting his real best friend, Chad Gable, not the Maximum Male models, as he won his match. Not too bad, a little boring. It was Finn Balor going one-on-one with Johnny Gargano, and this match was actually pretty decent. I really did enjoy it. Up until the end, it looked like Finn Balor maybe was about to, maybe start winning the match, and then Edge's theme music hits. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley direct their attention towards the entrance stage, and then Edge comes, not from the entrance stage, but from the crowd. He pushes Finn Balor off the top rope while the referee is distracted, and then Johnny Gargano was able to pick up the victory over Finn Balor, and I'm like, oh my goodness, Edge just screwed over Finn Balor again. So I hope Edge versus Finn Balor is the WrestleMania match. That would be so banging, dude. Literally, that's what they're setting up for, and I'm excited. WrestleMania is looking to be a really, really good show, and Johnny Gargano took the dub, baby. Moving over here was a little celebration with Lita, Trish Stratus, and Becky Lynch, of course, about their Women's Tag Team Championship dub last week. They got interrupted pretty quickly by Damage Control, and then they came out, and then basically this just set up for a 6-woman tag team match at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. So that's going to be going down. I'm excited for it. 6-woman tag team match instead of just a regular rematch between Lita, Becky, and Dakota Kai and Io Sky. I'm glad it's going to be a women's tag team match at Mania. And then it sort of broke down between the two teams in this promo, and then Bayley was left in the ring, and then Trish, Becky, and Lita sort of eradicated Bayley out of the ring, and then they were standing tall with the women's tag team titles. Pretty cool. And Trish Stratus is going to be wrestling at WrestleMania 39? That is awesome, dude. Let's freaking go. Moving over here was our main event of the show. It was Sami Zayn going one-on-one with Jimmy Uso. Let me just say, what a main event. What a deservable main event. Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn. I loved it. Nearing the end of this match, Sami Zayn sort of does like a pinning combination, sit-up powerbomb pinning combination on Jimmy Uso, and pins him 1, 2, 3 after Jey Uso was standing on top of the announce desk. Was he distracting Jimmy so then Sami can win? I don't know. And at this point, I don't know. Right after the match, Jey Uso enters the ring with Jimmy Uso, who just lost a match to Sami Zayn. He passes Jimmy Uso, exits the ring, and goes by Sami Zayn and hugs Sami Zayn in front of Jimmy Uso. And I'm like, oh my God, Jey Uso is going to join Sami. But then I thought to myself, I even told my brother who I was watching this with, I'm like, oh my God, Jey Uso is the perfect distance away from Sami Zayn to hit a super kick. 3 seconds later, I swear to you, I literally predicted it. Boom! Super kick from Jey Uso, drops Sami Zayn on the entrance stage. And then you could see the look on Jimmy's face, very similar to this. He's like, ha ha, let's go. And then Jey sends Sami back in the ring. They start beating him down, and then here comes Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes down. He was also in the show earlier when John Cena had a little moment with him, but that was nothing crazy. That's why I didn't mention it earlier. But yeah, Cody Rhodes comes out to help out Sami, and not like, oh, I'm going to help Sami. It's going to be a tag team match. No, just to help Sami not get beat down by the Usos, like in a 2-on-1. He just came out to even up the odds, but not like join Sami, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh yeah, we're going to do a tag team match. No, the tag team match is definitely going to be Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos for the tag titles at WrestleMania, or at least one set of them, and I'm freaking excited for that, dude. Let's go. This was so good. The way that they did this, Sami turn, it reminded me of the Royal Rumble with Sami Zayn turning on Roman. It really did. This was a big moment, dude. A really big moment. I loved it. But yeah, guys, that was Monday Night Raw. Setup style. Raw this week, I'm going to give a solid 3.5. 3.5 out of 5. There was some weak stuff, dude, but the good stuff was good. You know what I'm saying? The good stuff was really good. And of course, jumping right into SmackDown, we opened up the show with a banger, if you will. It was Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Xavier Woods, Karrion Kross, and LA Knight in a fatal 5-way. Winner faces Gunther at WrestleFrickin' for the Intercontinental Championship. So the winner is basically the #1 contender for the IC title. This was a pretty banger of a match. Great opener for the show. Scarlett was on ringside for Karrion Kross. Great matchup. Obviously, they were focusing on Sheamus and Drew McIntyre most of the time, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I want to see Drew and Sheamus go up against Gunther in a triple threat match. I think that would be amazing. There were two officials oddly officiating this match. Like, there was one on ringside, there was one in the ring, and then Sheamus goes for a pin. Drew goes for a pin right after their finishing maneuvers, the Claymore and the Bro Kick. 1, 2, 3. They both pin their opponents at the same time. So your winner is Sheamus, or your winner is Drew, or your winner is Sheamus and Drew. I guess we'll have to see. They did make a match for next week. Sheamus versus Drew. Winner of that match faces Gunther at Mania, but I still think that match is going to end in controversy, turning the WrestleMania match into a triple threat. I really do think it's going to be Sheamus and Drew Sheamus versus Drew versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship at Mania, and oh my god, would I be excited for this. But I thought this was a really unique ending. I've never really seen anything like it, like a double pin like this, or if I have, it's been a while. I did enjoy this. It was very unique. We got word on the first inductee into the WWE 2023 Hall of Fame, that being Rey Mysterio. I cannot believe it. Rey Mysterio, a current active wrestler on the roster, is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I love it, man. Rey Mysterio, well-deserved, one of the most recognizable luchadors of all time. Rey Mysterio, man, gets interrupted by the Judgment Day right as he was about to give his Hall of Fame speech. But don't worry, we're gonna be getting a kick-ass speech at WrestleMania, or the Hall of Fame leading up to WrestleMania, which I'm really excited for. But yes, he got interrupted by the Judgment Day. They come out, and then Legado del Fantasma came out to basically just back up Rey Mysterio, which I thought was pretty cool. It turned into a tag team match between Legado del Fantasma versus the Judgment Days, Damian Priest, Dominic, and Finn Balor. That match was not bad. Rey Mysterio sort of inadvertently got involved in the match, and then Dominic was able to pin Cruz del Toro, which Judgment Day picks up the victory. And then there was a little promo, very similar to last week, between Dominic and Ray. Dom's like, hey, Judgment Day, don't worry, I need this ring, me and my dad. And then he basically said, I wish I was Eddie's son, or something like that. I wish I should have been Eddie's son, or something like that, if you guys remember the storyline with that. And Rey Mysterio still hesitated. He could not put his hands on Dominic Mysterio, but you know that's going to be the WrestleMania match. So in one of these shows, whether it's Raw or SmackDown, you know Rey Mysterio is going to have to touch Dominic Mysterio, and that's definitely going to be a solid right hand to the face. You can guarantee that. But as far as all this goes, though, kind of mid. Besides Rey Mysterio getting inducted in the Hall of Fame, that is absolutely awesome. It was a tag team match. Braun Strowman and Ricochet going up against the Viking Raiders, Eric and Ivar. This match wasn't bad. We did have Valhalla on ringside. She posed as a big factor in the Viking Idiots retaining here. She pulled Eric off the railroad tracks of the freight train coming towards Eric, which was Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman flew over the freaking announce desk. So that was pretty crazy. But then back into the ring, Ricochet went for a 450 off the top, but then Ivar was able to freaking hit a massive splash off the top rope to pin Ricochet 1, 2, 3 and pick up the victory for the Viking Idiots. As far as all this goes, though, it was boring, dude. Moving over here is Charlotte. She wanted a match for the night. She went up to Pierce. She's like, you know what? I want a freaking match. And she got that match against Shotzi. This was Botchamania. I'm not going to lie. Charlotte was able to tap out Shotzi with a figure eight. She was able to tap her out, and then right after the match, or during the match, I should say, Rhea Ripley did come out to confront Charlotte, and then she's like, you don't have what it takes. And then Charlotte's like, what do you mean, kid? Yeah, I'm going to teach you a lesson at WrestleMania. I take this sport seriously. Let's go. I am looking forward to this match. Rhea Charlotte Mania, that's going to be good. But as far as all this goes, though, man. Over here is the main promo of the show, is the Usos coming out to the ring. Jey Uso was set to explain why he did what he did to Sami Zayn this past Monday night on Raw, and I'm like, I know why. It's family. And it was. Jay was like, what would you do if you had to back up your family. So he's like, yeah, I did it because of freaking family, man. I wish I didn't have to. Something along the lines of that. I was like, whoa, so I guess he still sort of had feelings for Sami, but he had to do it. I mean, Jimmy eats blood, you know. You got to back up Jimmy over Sami any day. Kept hearing his name in the mouth of Jimmy Uso, and Cody's like, if you're going to say my name, why don't you say it to my face like a man? So Cody Rhodes was getting ready to rush the ring, and then Sami Zayn came up from behind and started attacking the Usos. They all brawled into the WWE Universe, and then they brawled back into the ring, and then Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes eventually took the ring, and he rose the hand of Sami Zayn as the Usos fell short here tonight at the end of SmackDown. Nothing really advanced, in my opinion, here. I feel like this was very similar to what we saw on Raw. Nothing really moved forward. I mean, I feel like it was obvious the reason why Jay turned on Sami. You know, it's family. I mean, obviously. But yeah, this wasn't bad. As far as this entire episode of SmackDown in a whole, I'm going to give the show a solid 2 out of 5. I thought the show was honestly kind of mid. My favorite thing was that double pin, though. That was very cool. You guys can let me know your favorite moments and your rankings down in the comments down below for both Raw and SmackDown. I'd really appreciate it, as well as smashing a like in the video. Subscribe to Bretto Live. Bretto Live. Out.